Oh, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all all right? I mean, what's really going on? I know y'all just caught me getting my pre-show robot on. And hey, y'all already see I got a boogie in my spirit on tonight. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. We want to go ahead and thank you so much for joining us. I'm excited about tonight's show. I'm about excited about tonight's guest. Again, it's a whole bubbleation of joy happening right now. I'm so looking forward to the show on this evening. But before we get into it, I want to go ahead and familiarize you all again with what's going down on the platform on tonight. Of course, I'm fitting to hit y'all with a super fan shout out. And then, of course, we are going to be bringing on tonight's guest. Woo, woo, woo. Of course, I'm going to be giving you a corny joke somewhere in the show. We're going merrily down the stream. And of course, we're going to talk about some things going on in the world today as we discuss what's really going on. So, with that being said, Karen, how are you doing?
I'm making it. I'm making it. This is gonna be an interesting thing. This is the time of year where I gotta look through the peephole because kids be trying to figure out how they're gonna drop kids off now that school is just about out. So, I may or may not be in stealth mode at all times now that the school bells don't ring at 7 to 8 a.m. like they used to. So all the kids is out and Mimi gonna be ghost. So, I gotta ask you, Tilted, how you doing?
Girl, first of all, I'm sitting over here itching and burning. We are in the middle of an airborne campfire smoke in the Lehigh Valley. We got wildfire smoke coming from Pennsylvania. We got a big brought down draft from Canada. We walked into work this morning. It was so sunny. It was a beautiful day. I even put on a little dress to show off these legs. But baby, by the time we got out, the air was so thick you could cut it with a knife. And for those of us who have allergies and different little respiratory concerns happening, this is not the time to be outdoors. And if you choose to be out there, you might want to reconsider putting on a mask just to protect yourself from what's happening up here in the entire tri-state area. And Karen, I think I saw somewhere on my timeline that there's also a air quality alert going on down in North Carolina right now.
That is correct. And if I didn't work remotely, it would be a thing. So today we staying inside. So whatever is going on outside, I did get a moment to get out there. It wasn't too bad, but I think that it also is kind of the where are you at a particular time as it's doing whatever it's doing out there. Listen, I told y'all we're gonna still have a reason to wear these masks, whether it's protecting us from people or whatever is in the air literally. But we may or may not get into that when we start talking, the what's really going on. What's outside.
And right now, girl, they can keep that. I got Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle and Lil Ma behind me purifying the air in the studio. They doing so well, and Beyonce is back here showing out. One day I'll bring her closer to the camera. So because of the plant life behind me, I'm able to get through tonight's broadcast. And of course, because of you all standing behind myself and my good girlfriend Karen Sims of Twisted Threads, hey, I'm going to get through this 90 minutes without scratching my eyes out. Is that okay? All right. And pardon me if I'm coughing and drinking water. It is terrible here, y'all. But let's get up off this terribleness and go ahead and get to this fan out shout out because we got some good home training here in these unhinged streets, and we got a guest showing up, and I need to make sure that we're able to open the door for him on time. So let's go ahead with the drum roll.
Yes.
All right, this is super fan out shout out, y'all, and I want to go ahead and give a super fan out shout out to friend, family in Christ and in the craft, our brother Tony Dorsey, or should I say, Pastor Tony Dorsey. That's right. For those of you who've been hanging out with us for any time here at Unhinged, you may recall I had him on the platform because he's a very talented Christian music artist. He got bars, y'all. So check it out. Over the course of time, he got his degree from Liberty University. So he free to be preaching all out here in these streets. He met and married his lovely wife. They're expecting their first child together, another little boy. And this man has managed to walk right all up into his calling and is now been appointed as pastor of the Cornerstone Church located in Easton, Pennsylvania. So I want to go ahead and give him a huge shout out. Tony, I'm so proud of you, brother. And I look forward to having you on the show again very soon. And of course, you know, I love you, brother. So I've got to talk about what you got going on. All right. Of course, Tony invited myself and Natural D to come over there and sang with him and the band that he's forming. Yes, we fit to sing some backgrounds and possibly drop some bars of our own, Karen. So what he did was he asked for our assistance. So I'm going to go ahead and put this out to the tribe audience. If there are any vocalists, any musicians, any creatives who are not afraid of stepping outside of the box under the sound of my voice, go ahead and hit my inbox so I can connect you with Tony Dorsey. He is making the band. Getting back to the foundations of where his musical journey started, he's reforming the band. He got a vision, y'all. So if you know me, I'm a visionary over here. Karen's a visionary, Natural D, and everybody in the tribe, AP and Audrey, visionary people. And we are living what happens when vision connects with vision. Nothing is impossible. So if y'all are open to this opportunity, hit me up so I can connect you to my brother. All right. So I want to go ahead and move it right along because I promise you, I just saw a shadow on the porch, Karen. I think our guest is here.
Somebody in the porch. Y'all know when we start looking at the porch, it can be a good
I had to check through the blinds. I'm sorry.
Listen, yes, because it could be whatever. Y'all already know it could be whatever. But tonight we are super excited to welcome our guest, and we're gonna bring him on in and introduce him to you all. And it's none other than, we're going to say tribe member by birth. Tribe member by birth, Joseph Riley. Joe, we are super excited to have you join us. So I'm not going to make the introduction. I'm going to let you tell our Titi tribe who you are, what connections you have, and what you got going on.
Okay. All right. So happy to be here. Happy to be a part of this. Glad that you guys extended a hand to me. Like you said, I'm Joe. I go by Coach Joe. I am a personal trainer. I lead the organization called Y Fitness, and I've been doing that for. I don't really want to get into the numbers and show my age, but I've been doing it for quite some time. I've been a personal trainer for pushing 10 years now. And the people who I try to help the most are people who struggle with finding time to make it to the gym, help them find sustainable ways to reach and maintain their fitness goals.
So now, Joe, I'm going to pull you back just a little bit more. So I'm going to say it since you didn't say it. For the connection.
I can say it. I can say it.
Auntie, you going to say it?
Oh. You know I want to put it out there because I have my own little introduction prepared for my nephew. Y'all, listen. Let me go ahead. Dial that back. Let me hit the rewind. Check it out. Let me introduce you all to tonight's guest. I had the awesome privilege to meet this tribe member by birth when he, with his ever so studious mother, walked into choir rehearsal one night with him alongside his brothers and his niece. I had the opportunity to lead him as the choir director when I had my tenure there at the Greater Shiloh Church in Easton, Pennsylvania. And I promise you, the guest we have on the show tonight is legacy personified. He is an awesome singer. He can sing, y'all, just like his mama. He's an awesome husband. He is a beautiful, loving father to two gorgeous young men. And again, it is my awesome pleasure because I got to watch him grow up, y'all. It is my awesome pleasure to introduce you all to Karen Sims' baby boy, one of them, y'all. Joseph. Joseph. How you doing, baby? The dreamer.
Just living the dream. Just living the dream.
I love it. I love it. You know, one of the things, and Joseph. So I'll go ahead and brag on you a little bit. Tilted, you already know we business oriented. We out here being, businesspreneurs one way or another. And Joseph was the first of our tribe to start his own business for the organization of Y Fitness. And he's like, yeah, I'm out here and I'm gonna do it. And the rest of the folks is like, wait, what? Tilted cheering. I love it. Lord have mercy. You know, they already acting up. And it was a great opportunity that I think for our entire family. And so one of the things that, as Joe mentioned, he specializes for folks who couldn't get to the gym. And we actually made it a family affair back in 2020 when we was on lockdown for real and couldn't go to the gym. We became one of the audience members who would join him for midday, early evening online training. Now, I know that anytime we start saying like, yeah, we want to be trained, Joe will may or may not disappear. That's all we're going to say for that. I don't think that we are difficult clients, that I think we are trainable and teachable, and we might lift one up and put one down. Maybe not when he asks for it, but they're going to get lifted one way or another. And so we got to benefit from Coach Joe's personal training ability. And he's had a passion for this for a lot of years, started at a young age, just literally always running around. And I get the opportunity not only to share with him as family, but in business. Joe's played football. He's been active in track and field during high school and in college. He even coached a powder puff group, and I don't even know what that was. We still was trying to figure out the whole powder puff football thing. But because he's passionate about
I know. Don't you worry about your mama.
And fitness and sports, it all was kind of, we got to see it evolve over the time. And so, as Joe mentioned a little bit about who he is, father to two, husband to one, and business owner, and all of the things that kind of go along with that. But Joe, I want you to talk to us a little bit, because we like to come up with catchphrases, okay? And so here's the catchphrase that Tilted put out there, okay? We stay in lifetime fine. Got that? Lifetime fine as the queenagers that we are, okay? So as we stay in lifetime fine, we literally are like, okay, how are we going to get this together? So all of June, y'all, we're going to be bringing you guests that is going to put something back into your life. And so super excited to start with Joe. I'm going to try to stay on brand, Coach Joe. We'll try to stay on that side. But Coach Joe, can you tell us a little bit about how do you help your clients achieve their personal fitness goals with that focus on maybe people who don't get to the gym as often?
Great question. So first off, love that catchphrase, lifetime fine. Like that a lot. And that actually ties
Thank you, boo. That's all Tilted.
That actually ties into how I help my clients. So the biggest thing with people in terms of their fitness goal, the hardest thing is sustaining that goal. And all of my training, nutrition, everything lies on this one pillar of sustainability, like longevity of your fitness lifestyle and your nutrition lifestyle. So what I do is I find ways to make your fitness journey your own. And what I mean by that is if you are someone who can't make it to the gym, then I give you at-home workouts. And I give you at-home workouts doing things that you would enjoy is the best way to put it, or dislike the least. so you're more
because I was thinking.
So you're more likely to stick with it. And then when it comes to the nutrition side, it's finding what foods you enjoy eating. How do we work those into your normal diet and still help you to lose and sustain your weight?
That's a good point. And you know, we may or may not have moments of the spirit of the cookie monster may or may not hit us every now and then as we trying to work on this lifetime fine. Yeah, so it gets deep sometimes. With that, I love it because you know you got two focuses on that, and a lot of times when we start talking about fitness, folks are only either focused on I'm going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. My schedule don't allow that, so God bless all y'all who got that kind of time. I mean, I could get to the gym, I'm just not going in 5 times a week. Okay. So when we think about that, and also coupled with nutrition. So we got folks who either on one side are like, okay, they drinking all the smoothies and maybe they're not going to the gym nowhere. We got those folks who are going to the gym, but they're not finding that balance. Can you talk to us a little bit about what your recommendation is for how do you create balance when you're trying to do both sides?
So the easiest way to make that happen is to make both sides simple and easy. So if it's easy for you to make it to the gym, then you'll focus on making it to the gym. If it's easy for you to eat a salad or, you know, cut down on carbs or whatever it is, then you'll focus on that. But if they're both relatively easy to do, then you're more likely to stick to both sides. So how that looks is if you're someone who's really good at sticking to a diet plan, then we'll stick to a very simple diet plan and then maybe focus on you just making it to the gym or exercising twice a week and then grow from there. And then as that part becomes more a part of your daily routine and lifestyle, then maybe we can bump it up from there. But an issue that a lot of people have is that they think, okay, if I want to get from A to B, then I have to go all out. I have to give it my all. I have to be in the gym 5 days a week and only eat salads for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you do it that way, you're going to be miserable and you're not going to be able to sustain that long term.
That's a good point because, you know, we like variety over here. So I think the practicality of what you are saying is causing us to not, you know, just shut our ears off. So I'm still listening. You said simple and easy, practical, make it simple. And I don't have to eat just salad. That's what I heard. Tilted, you heard something different? Is that what you heard?
I ain't hear nothing different. He told me I'm not, you know, having to eat lettuce 24/7 in order to be lifetime fine. And that is something that I legitimately live out today in my own personal wellness lifestyle. I'm not a fan of lettuce. So people often look shocked when I say I don't eat lettuce. If I do, I'm going to get the red leaf lettuce because it got a little sweetness to it. Lettuce is different. But I like variety, as Karen said. I like variety in what I consume every day, and I'm very conscious of it. You were talking about how you work with people who have difficulties getting to the gym and committing to those type of workouts. And you said that you create plans for people who want to work out at home. What is your accountability for your workout home? What is your strategy for that because I'm a person, you're gonna make it look easy. But it might look a little bit easier for me to lay in the bed. What is your accountability strategy for your at home workout folks?
So when I started Y Fitness, the biggest reason for that naming is because, excuse me, is because you want to focus on your why. You want to focus on the reason why you're exercising, the reason for your fitness goal, not just I want to look good, but what do you want to look good for? Like, is it for your confidence, your self-esteem, different things like that? And I focus on those things. And to be frank, I'm on my folk. Like you gonna work out. Like, first off, I know you can
I'm
do it.
scared. Hold up. Hold up.
That's probably why you don't mess with us. Because you get no punishment to me like that. What you mean?
if I know you can do it, you gonna get it done. We gonna finish it. Look, we ain't got to do it all at once. We can split it up. You can do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, but you gonna do this whole 30-minute workout.
Sir, yes, sir.
I don't think Tilden was ready for that one, but that's that a little bit of that inner Karen coming
It's
out.
it's in his blood. I'm not even worried about that young man right there. But at least I know. Listen, y'all are tuned in to Unhinged Live, and as you see, we are a little unhinged and all the way live right now with tonight's guest, CEO, founder, personal trainer extraordinaire of Y Fitness. Listen, he scared me live, y'all, on air. So if he can do that to me through a video camera, you've got to recognize that this gentleman is definitely doing what he's been created to do. Now, listen, this is nephew here, but he made me feel like I might need to hire him to be consistent in my workouts. Thank you, sir, for helping me get my life.
Now I'm gonna flip this a little bit. I'm gonna flip this a little bit because Coach Joe, I'm gonna talk to Joe right now because Joe said yes to some prep work for a 5K. So I want to talk a little bit about that challenge. I know how you got into it, but maybe you could share with our audience. But before I do that, Coach Joe, I want to let you know your title is Uncle Joe. You got your nieces watching, and nephews watching you as well. So we got to give a shout out to the Riley and Sims clan, TTX, for a special shout out. She watching in these internet streets. She said, "Is homie famous?" So Uncle Homie, y'all already know. I said he gonna be tonight. So we shouting TT out, and Dexter and Tucker and Isaiah and Carson and Justin, Melinda, and if Ariel is not working, I hope your baby boys are watching. So last but certainly not least, JT and Josiah. I think that I have named all 10 of them, so nobody can't say I ain't shout their child out. Peanut Gallery, keep it easy. So talk to us a little bit.
I want to be in the family chat. I know it's so lit.
I
know the family chat stay lit.
And how you were approached for it, why you said yes, and how's it going for you?
Okay, so I completed the 5K last week, I believe. And so let me back up. I'm very competitive, and I am not so good with peer pressure. What I mean is, if you tell me that, oh, you should do this, if more than one person says you should, then odds are I'm gonna give it a shot at least. And I'm working on it, but we're not there yet. So my a business that I work for, they decided to host a virtual 5K. And I know that I do not have the spirit of long distance runner inside of me. And so I was not going to do it. But then other coworkers approached me and they said, hey, we should all do this. And I'm not going to be the only one who punks out and doesn't do this. So I signed up. And for those who don't know, 5K is 3.1 miles. That is about 3 miles longer than I'm used to running. So it was a challenge. So the first day I signed up, I ran a mile. I kid you not, I'm halfway through the mile. And in my head, I'm thinking, people do this for fun. I don't get it.
Right?
I'm not a runner. Like I do cardio, but fun cardio, fun for me, like basketball or football or something like that. Not run. Like ain't nobody chasing me, and ain't nobody back there. And just no, okay, and I just got to keep going. All right, so. Just gradually each day running a little farther. At the end of it, I ended up finishing the 5K in 42 minutes. That was the longest 42 minutes of my life. But oddly enough, I think I would do it again. Just to beat myself.
That's a good thing.
I know that's right.
And
that's exactly it. Because one of my inner. That's it. You better preach. You better preach, child. Well, man, because you're not a child anymore. You sure enough not a child anymore. That is something that I actually shared in one of my power thoughts. The only competition you have is in the mirror. So I'm really appreciating what you just said. Running is not necessarily in your ministry, but you could easily see yourself doing it again. Check it out. You know what physical fitness does for us. It increases our endorphins. It offers us some hormonal balance. Are there any tips that you have specifically for women? We're talking about Lifetime Fine here, and your mama and I and some of our friends, we some queenagers out here, and we're approaching a certain season in our lives. Yeah, girl, look, you already know. Is there any exercise encouragement that you could give us to perhaps help us? You got a chair workout, brother?
I will say that every exercise program that I design is designed to challenge that specific client just enough to encourage progress. So what I would say...
Okay, but can we start with a chair?
Yes, we can start with a chair. We can start with a chair.
Okay.
I would say for anyone getting started with a fitness journey or trying to improve on their fitness journey, the first step would be to know where you are. And what I mean by that is, if you can only do chair exercises right now, don't find yourself under nobody's leg press machine. Don't find yourself in nobody's HIIT cardio class. Find yourself in a chair exercising. So figure out where you are, and then with consistency, growth will come. So what that looks like practically is, if you're doing chair exercises, let's say you have a set of 5-pound dumbbells, then you're working out your full body, you're doing shoulder press, and you're standing up and sitting down in the chair, and you just start off doing 3 to 4 sets of just that, just basic 4 to 5 exercises between 15 and 20 reps. All right. And then As that gets easy, then you go and you kick that chair out the way and you go on to the next step.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, and I'm certain y'all saw me and Karen demonstrating some of the things. I brought that up, specifically because so many of us sit at a desk all day and all we do is type. And we say we don't have time to work out. I'm actually getting my cardio in right now. I'm working, what's these muscles called that I'm working, Joe? You're doing a live session right now with Tilted Halo.
Arms.
Oh man.
What triceps and biceps? What about the back muscles?
Yeah,
What's them called?
That's triceps, that's biceps, that's your lats, that's your traps, your delts and your shoulders. Working a little bit of chest. You're getting it all going right now.
Okay, see, and I did that one specifically because it's sundress season, y'all.
Come on,
and
now.
I know specifically that is one of the exercises that helps me eliminate a little bit of the little back cheekiness. Yeah, the back cheekiness that tends to happen sometimes in some of these summertime fine dresses. So thank you for participating in my impromptu workout session. I know your mama warned you that it, could be whatever here at Unhinged, especially with Miss Tilted Halo. You never know what I'm getting ready to say or what I'm getting ready to do. So thank you for my free 5-minute workout. Inbox me your Cash App. I might send you a little something, all right?
Listen, we wanted to take the time, as I mentioned earlier in the show, June, we are focusing on some specific things that we want to bring information to you all, our listeners, our viewers, so that you understand that how we started this year, we still got 6 more months, maybe 6.5 or whatever. We are in the 6 months. So whatever goals you set in January, maybe you were that one who said, I'm going to do a resolution. We won't do resolutions over here. Okay, we don't do that. But if you set a goal for yourself, we want to encourage you in all of the areas that you set goals for yourself, that they are still attainable. You still can get there. The clock is still ticking. It don't mean sit down till the final hour, but you've got time. And so we wanted to bring Coach Joe here for him to share a little bit about the work that he does with his company, Why Fitness, but also to serve as a motivation, because how many of us had to kind of raise at least our pinky finger to a couple of the excuses that we heard for why we may not be able to do all of the things to make sure we're working on this lifetime fine. But when you're thinking about the lifetime fine, that means start today so that you can see progress tomorrow. So it may just seem like fun and games until we start keeping swirling and we could get up out of these chairs without having a public service announcement from our knees. I said what I said. Listen, it's an entire ministry sometimes just to get up and down from a chair when we reach a certain age. And for y'all youngins who are listening, protect the knees. Trust me, you're going to need them later. You're going to need them later.
Y'all might want to stop getting low so you know to stop age. Don't be dropping it and
we
the floor with it. Your knees.
We're not against the dropping it low, okay? We are not against it. If you come at the right time and the wrong foolishness going on, you might see what you see. However, we ask you to be kind to your knees because you need them your whole life. Don't come through here at 45 talking about something. You got to have a knee and hip replacement because of what you did at 19 and 25, acting like Karen didn't tell you, Tilted didn't tell you, Twisted Threads didn't come through, and that Coach Joe didn't say. Listen, you got to make sure you keep these things conditioned so that you still get to use them. We're super excited that we had the time, Coach Joe, to talk to you and to talk a little bit about what it is that you're doing. I love it. We got Peanut Gallery over here, so shout out to the family that's watching tonight. Lamont said, "Cut it." I don't even know what that means, but we'll figure it out.
That's for the family chat. That's for the
On a
family chat.
family chat, and Natural LG said, in the words of Medea, you gotta lay it down like it's warm. Like it's warm, okay?
Drop it like it's tepid, like it's tepid.
You're gonna need it for later. That's the message for today. Oh goodness. So Coach Joe, can you tell our viewers and listeners, like, how can they find out more about the work that you're doing in your business, Why Fitness?
Yeah, sure. So you can find me on social media at coachjoe.fitness on Instagram and Why Fitness on Facebook. You can also find me at Mr. Joe Riley on Instagram as well. And if you ever have any fitness related questions, just reach out to me. I'm always willing to help. That's what I do this for. So follow me and reach out.
Awesome. And we're going to share the social medias for the watchers and the replayers. We appreciate y'all keeping up with our shenanigans and all of the things that we're doing. But super excited as we think about what else we could do. I think we feel a little bit more motivated, slightly intimidated, but hopefully determined to keep it simple and easy for our fitness goals. I know that was the biggest thing that I got from this is we don't have to overcomplicate it. We can be creative in the kitchen. We can be colorful in our food and continue to work on our lifetime fine. So we're super excited about that. Now, Tilted, I got a little bit of a transition, and it's going to be a little bit different because, a lot of times when we do transition, and I start sharing stuff, maybe or maybe not, we have like a whole video. But I got a little bit of a song from Nikhil Music Group, our boy AP.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
AP that was like kind of getting in my shanana a little bit. And so I wanted to take the opportunity to share a little bit of that before we, transition into all of the things that's going to be coming up next. So we're going to see if I do this right. I'm working from a different computer today. So, all y'all act right. Don't worry about me, that part. But we're going to share this because it's just dope. Yeah. Get your shake on.
I got a praise report. 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 Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. You got a praise report. Everybody got a praise report. Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report.
Yeah, I got a praise report. When am I telling God thank you for? And I got his full support. Gentlemen, where you stay opening doors. I've got his blessings ahead, it's yours. Give me all that I've been praying for. To know if you can hear me, doubted him a bit. He ain't said it on my page. Turn nothing into something, that's what he gon' do. Act like you did on your own if you want to. When I know it's easier to say than do. But if he said it, I believe it. I think you should too. Look, whether he just gave you peace or maybe put your mind at ease. Promise he's the gold in the. You ought to thank him for it. That right there, that's your praise report.
Time and time again, I tell everybody God is on a mission, been blessing you, boy. Not just for me, but my family gon' eat. God been serving up blessings, we ready for more. Got love for my haters, I'ma keep on grinning. I see your Twitter fingers, I'ma keep on trending. Praying that I lose, but your boy keep winning. You're praying that I lose, but your boy keep winning. Let's go.
You wanna see my life way back when you would understand why he's my best friend. Took a minute, let me tell you how it's going. Life was a wreck, let me, I'm not going. I don't want a lot of things on my mind. Already know God's on perfect timing. Around here, I got things. No Super Bowl, but I got the ring.
I got a praise report. And yo, God teach y'all how to do this praise report right quick. I got a praise report. Take your right hand and put it up in the air. Testimony time. I got a praise report. Cause everybody got a praise report. I got a praise report. Yeah. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. You got a praise report. Everybody got a praise report. Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report. I'ma tell the truth, tell the truth. Begin loose, way too loose. The prodigal chasing pots of gold. I'm an obstacle off the goose. My mental health on the move, swinging deep depression, smoking just to feel sane. It's just missing different lists of fires in the kitchen, but I'm way too high to feel the pain. Flicks in the garden, I've been charming. Can't see over the blazing grass when you falling. Slick talking and waking it up, but you gotta know these strict bubbles ain't hissing no more. They call it pro. I turn my face, gotta own that. Change the picture, my heart black. Kodak send it to the ceiling, the door to throw me out. I'm hoping the billion, a good thing. Gotta know that it's feelings, but the wages of sin is that when I'm eating the pay cup. My dreams becoming a nightmare, I'm needing to wake up. Fake on flat like white chick backs and A cups. I'm drowning, y'all, and my peers on the pier watching me sinking in sand like the sound was off. Same ones on the prayed well to do me your name held and left me to burn like a Molotov. Like God ain't been to the lost and found before. See, I hit my lowest of lows, felt like my curtain to close. Flesh got me out of control, out here doing the most. No, the devil would love to expose, but God cover me like a ceiling, concealing my work, still restoring, pouring, then revealing my work. Every morning, new mercies be churchy, my testimony, testifying, he's still working on me.
Down on my love, I'm gonna burn up, give it love, but I know you working it out from 9-9. I ain't worried about love, I'm still get it, yeah. You was everything I was missing, yeah. You be holding it down, yeah. Giving you what I owe you right now, yeah. You know,
I got a praise report. 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 Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. You got a praise report. Everybody got a praise report. Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report. Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report. Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report. Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report.
Word. Listen, coming all the way through. Listen, do you have a praise report? Do you? If that didn't get you moving, I don't know what else to tell you that one, because we all got a praise report. Shout out to our Tilted Halo family. We are always excited to support no matter what. So had to come through and share that as we support our brother AP and Nikhil Music with all that they are doing. So now, Tilted, I'm gonna shift this over, pass the baton a little bit over to you to see, what might be the next segment that we may be getting into.
Girl, we finna get into this corny joke time, right? Yes, ma'am. And shout out again to Nikhil Music Group and our family, that boy AP. This joint sounds even better in the car, y'all. It dropped on May 26th. It's already downloaded in my Spotify. Y'all need to go ahead and get that. All right. But yeah, let's get into corny joke time. I don't have a whole lot on tonight because we stay pressed for time over here in these Unhinged live streets. So, Joe, you ready to get your chuckle on?
I'm ready.
Good luck.
All right. Ready? What do you call a bear with no teeth?
I'm not even.
I'm gonna say it again. All right. What do you call a bear with no teeth?
Snag a bear.
I don't know. Hit me with it. I'm ready.
You already know.
He was over here. All right. You call him a gummy bear.
Oh,
get it?
You can't even mess with you. We can't even mess with you.
What? I say coming with him. What's going on? So y'all, I've been holding that holding that all week because y'all know last week I was off the grid. And you know, me being off the grid, you gotta know I was off somewhere bugging all the way out. I wake up in the morning with joy in my heart. So I look for the foolery. And I appreciate being able to share my corny joke time with you all on tonight. We're going to go ahead and move this joy tsunami forward. We got to move forward, all right? Because I see that time ticking. You got your remote control?
It's somewhere around here.
It's time. All right, let's get into it. It's time to point your remote control at your TV screen. Merrily, 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 find something to stream. That's right, y'all. You already know what it is. We are about to take a journey merrily down the stream. And for those of you who are not familiar with this segment, because I see how you're looking at me in that tone of voice, Joe, we're going to be giving, our own little reviews on whatever it is we watched on any particular streaming platform, anything we may have been listening to, whether it be an album or an audio book. Since it's all down the stream these days, and we finna go down there merrily. Is that all right?
That's all
okay.
Right.
So check it out. So I'm going to start with you first, again, because we got some good home training over here at Unhinged Live, and yield the floor to our guest. Is there anything that you've been watching and found quite interesting on any of these streaming streets?
Okay, so as you know, I have children, and children are notorious for taking over the TV. So I've had to resort to audiobooks. And because I am a father of 2 boys, and they also happen to be Black boys, a book that me and my wife have been listening to together is called Promises Kept. And it's a book specifically about how to raise Black boys into men here in America and the specific challenges that they face and how to combat all of those challenges. And I would say that it's been a very good listen. It has challenged my view of fatherhood and parenthood, but it's given me a lot of insight into how the world works. So that's a good one for me.
Good stuff.
I love it. And what was the name of that book again?
Promises Kept.
You remember the author for that? Is that Dr. Joe Brewster or?
I believe so.
And it's a Michelle.
Yes.
Gotcha. Stevenson and Hillary Beard are the co-authors for that one. So love it. Love it.
I do too. I'm so proud. Just so proud.
Raising the next generation of activist children. Yeah.
Oh Lord, you can y'all think it's a Tilted Halo tribe now? Wait till them babies get grown. It's gonna be a Holy Ghost problem in these streets. Karen,
yes.
What have you been listening to, viewing?
Oh my goodness! So I've been playing a little bit of a catch up, and one of the things that I've been listening to, I had to pull up my actual library, is the 6 seasons of Calling, and I feel like that was a recommended something either from you or somebody, and so we probably about 2 hours in. That's all we're gonna say on that. And still going because we got a couple of things that we listen to at the same time. I'm still going through my streaming of Good Trouble. On one of them streaming services that don't pay me yet. And then I have to admit that I feel the need to catch up on a few episodes of The Flash, because that's about to come out into movie theaters. and I'm going to see
Mm-hmm.
it. So I need to catch up. So that's kind of the whole combination of what all I've been listening to and watching over the last couple of days. So that is where I've been. So Tilted, I'm gonna flip it
Mm-hmm.
back over to you. What you been streaming and clicking that remote control on, maybe?
Well, listen, y'all know I was all the way off the grid last week, and I promise you, I was a little nervous about hopping on talking about what's happening merely down the stream because I didn't watch the news for a week. I hardly ever watch TV, and y'all know I've checked out when I'm not watching Paternity Court. Y'all know that's my jam.
Okay.
But so in turning off the television, I dug into the digital crates in my Spotify music collection and didn't skip one song on Stevie Wonder's album. It's one of my favorites. And I actually stole this disc from my mother, Songs in the Key of Life. I just hit play and just let it rock. And I don't know, it's almost like, how we describe reading the scriptures, you know, really tuning in to the lyrics on this album. Oh my goodness, it was very illuminating to me how relevant this album continues to be today. And for those of you all who follow my regular page, you may have seen me post a couple of my heart songs. And Mr. Wonder was one of them. Love's in Need of Love Today. That thing was preaching to me. I almost kicked over my desk at work, but we don't need to my employer to come for my paycheck. So, we calmed ourselves, but I was really piecing together the words and hit rewind on that thing today. And oh my goodness, music, again, very powerful. It has the ability to deliver and reinforce a message that we need to hear. And again, I think this album came out when I was, my goodness, 5 years old. And here I've crossed the threshold into queenagerdom. And again, not one song skipped. Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder.
So
Still
now,
great. Still good stuff.
I got to give you a Stevie Wonder Songs in the Key of Life moment. So my first year of college, half these children wasn't here. Joe, you weren't here yet. I don't even think Joshua was here. Anyway, I had two of them, and I would carpool to college at William Patterson. You know them grounds.
Willie P.
And because I was carpooling, I had to go when the ride would go. And so I would sit in the library and listen to the vinyl of Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. For those of you who know, it's more than an A and a B side because it was a whole situation. So if somebody to whisper to Alfred, that's when he could go buy me because I got a real record player at the house and I play real records here. Okay, records, all right, for all y'all CD babies and the ones who was like, what is Mimi talking about? What is a record? A record. And we would play that out, and people would come looking for the record. They ain't got to worry. I had it in the room. It was gonna be there from 3 to 5. I go to class, come back, listen to it again, and I promise you, the timelessness and I get a little offended, Tilted, when I hear the youngins say that they don't listen to Stevie Wonder, because if you ain't listening, you ain't learning. Stevie Wonder was teaching you something. Like, it's therapy if you actually give Stevie a chance. Song in the Key of Life, I think, released in somewhere like 1976.
1976, yeah.
Listen, all right? I was 3. All I could tell you is he knew.
Oh. He knew what we needed, and that
he knew.
Yeah, he knew what we needed, and again, this thing is so relevant. I actually stayed stuck in that era all day today. After I let Stevie leave me alone, Sam Cooke and them and Bill Withers and them popped up in my playlist today, and it was awesome just to hear in contrast to the lyrics we're hearing today, um, being spewed by these alleged artists, in comparison to the true artistry that went down,
Woo!
before we entered into this millennium. But allow me to digress. We're gonna jump up off of there because I see the clock tick tick ticking.
It's tick
What's
tick.
up? You got the church finger up, Joe? You got something to say,
No,
man?
no.
I'm just making sure. If you got something to say, put the church finger up. We will acknowledge you, all right? So let's move this train right along, right along. But check it out. What is our sister Valerie saying in the chat? She had to play that album every morning in the car for Anthony. He was only 4 going to preschool, but he's one of the biggest Stevie Wonder fans I know.
Love it.
We also have another comment that you posted here. I had to, yeah, that's Valerie. Okay, cool. Girl, get StreamYard so your name could be up on the screen when you comment.
Yes.
All right? Get StreamYard. It's free 99, sis. You ain't got to pay nothing. We just want to be able to call the people to know your name so they can find their way to you and download all of your musical projects, sis. It's the purpose of it all.
You
This
know,
is
it's about time.
sis.
It's about time to play a Val Marie classic. Don't get us
It's about that. Don't start now. We'll be back at it next week. You never know what you're going to get here on Unhinged Live. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Those of you who are with us here live on tonight, those of you who are going to click the button and enjoy the show on the replay, we want to go ahead and say thank you for tuning in. We do what it is that we do just for you, and we are absolutely grateful for your constant, continued support. I'm sitting alongside my good girlfriend, Karen Sims of Twisted Threads, LLC, and with the seed of the tribe on tonight, Coach Joe Riley of Y Fitness. We are about to get into it. We need a beat. What's really going on? What's really going on? What's really going on? What's really going on? What's really going on?
And on and on and on.
Hey.
On and on. Listen. We'll do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was feeling that thing. Oh, what's really going on, y'all? Check it out. We gotta get it started with paying homage to an icon that the world felt this loss, y'all. The world felt this loss when it was announced. I know I was out on my afternoon walk trying to say lifetime fine when I got the news over my phone that we had lost the entertainer, the queen of rock and roll, R&B, soul herself, Tina Turner. I felt that thing because Tina has been a soundtrack of all of our lives. And we got a glimpse into a portion of her life story as we enjoyed Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne playing Ike and Tina Turner in What's Love Got to Do It. Tina was not only iconic with her music, but before becoming the icon that we will always acknowledge her to be, she was an overcomer. But that's for another show. So we appreciate the strength of the legacy that we get to enjoy until God calls us home to be with him. The legacy that is the late, great, never, ever, ever, ever going to be forgotten, Tina Turner. Karen, do you have anything to add about Tina?
You know, we got to share because you hit it on the head when you said she is an overcomer. She is an overcomer because we know the bad parts of the story, but then there was a second and a third part. She lived to be 83. And I hate that we only do this when somebody passed, but I love that we get the snippets into that person's life. And she was doing an interview with Oprah, and she said, "Oprah, I've done all that I was called to do. Now it's just time for me to have some fun." And she talked about finding a true love in her life, who is her husband. Tina said peace out to the United States. She ain't care nothing about y'all. Okay? I don't mean this in a bad way. But she went on over to Switzerland and she said, it's nice over here. I'ma stay over here with these Swiss folks. I think they treating us a little bit better. After a hard life, we want to see that there is some glimpse of light and hope and rainbow and sunshine in our future. So shout out to her. We know that she had some medical challenges, but we're going to always remember Proud Mary. We're going to always remember if you like it slow or if you like it fast. Like she just came in and dominated in a way. And her story is so very special because Tina would often say she didn't think that she mustered up. Her talent wasn't the same as a Diana Ross or the Supremes or the more the popular voices of the day, because she had that raspiness that's in there. But if you ever had the opportunity, whether to see her live or footage of her, this was a fearless entertainer and supporter. Like she would literally walk across beams like it was nothing in high heels. Y'all already know. Karen gonna sit down somewhere. But shout out to her family, to the tenacity that she reminds us that we have as part of our life, our legacy. It's not just great music, but it's great. It's living a great life and sharing these joy tsunamis in ways that get to make impacts across every border, across every nationality. I don't know one person, not one. Okay, well, outside of Ike, maybe he was the only one. I don't know nobody who don't like Tina Turner. I don't know. You didn't have to love her music, but you could love the story. You could love the tenacity that she lived life in, and that she was unapologetic in saying, I deserve better than what it was I was getting. So shout out.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Tina.
We love
and
you.
Her entire legacy. Her entire legacy.
Love it.
Joe, do you have anything to add to this part of the conversation?
Yeah. So when I got the news, so I work at a university where I am in close interaction with students who are in their early 20s. And so when I got the news and I started telling people as they were coming in to the facility, and the response was, who? I'm like, no, now I don't care what you had going on. You have to take a seat and at least listen to the music.
Boy, you was raised right.
Because you ain't gonna be walking through my building not knowing who this is.
What?
So I literally made people sit down, listen to at least 3 songs, and give them a brief synopsis of her story, and then you can go on your way. But then
I know that's right.
You was raised right. That's all I got to say on that. Because I was nervous for a minute. Like I know that we had gone over Tina, even if you just think Lawrence Fishburne and Angela Bassett is the only. But I'm gonna say this. So I'm a satellite radio listener, and they dedicated an entire channel to her. I think it's for the next month. We only hit the surface of all Tina contributed to the music world. For those who have a question, how does she get that Hall of Fame status? This woman sang, this woman wrote, this woman changed the entire trajectory of music while we were sleeping. Okay.
Yes.
Folks was sleeping. Tina was out changing the world. Ooh, you make me proud, Joe. I appreciate you. Yes.
Listen, Joe, baby, you just went on ahead and created your own Tina Turner immersion experience. You might want to market that and get paid, but you ain't hear that from me. All right.
Teach the children.
What? This is legacy personified. I done told y'all the division is just coming out of the mouth of the dreamer on tonight. I don't know. Yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm here for all of it. So check it out. We got to move along. And right now I got an attitude. I'm ready to snatch off my jewelry. But because, again, we got some good home training over here at the Unhinged radio show. It's unfortunate that here we are again with some more foolery, with the loss of another life over some foolery, just foolery. Again, I was off the grid last week and trying to play catch up and, establish the habit of, hey, girl, you got to pay attention to the news. This is what you do. You need. I see this new hashtag, say her name. 35-year-old mother was shot dead on Friday night. As a result of whatever kerfuffle occurred in the grassy knoll area near her domicile where her children were playing, and one of the neighbors had been having some difficulties, I can imagine, with the noise level. See, I'm trying to create a story in my head. Y'all know I'm creative. She might have been having some troubles with the noise, and she began to yell and scream some explicit things to these babies and some demeaning comments at these babies. And then, of course, get them to get up out the property, off her property. From some of the things I've read, there was an iPad left, and one of the boys went back to get it, and she had taken it. And when mom went to do the neighborly things, knocked on the door, this coward shot through the door. Didn't even bother opening it. Y'all help me out if what I've been reviewing is wrong. How you just shoot through a door? I wonder how mom approached the door. But even if she had a little bass in her voice, baby, you didn't even open the door. You didn't give her the courtesy to respect her as the human being that she is. We lost another. We've got another say her name hashtag. I'm not going to say it because I'm trying to fight back these tears. Y'all know Miss Nikita love the kids. And now I'm sitting here thinking there's 4 beautiful children that are motherless at this point because of someone's entitlement. Yes, someone's entitlement. Because that entitlement has been put on display because from what I understand, this perpetrator was sitting on her porch the next morning enjoying coffee. Let's have a conversation. We need to break this down, y'all, because I'm in my feelings and I'm doing my best to represent the kingdom as the daughter of peace and not violence. The daughter of peace and not violence. Karen. Karen?
So listen, it's usually my job to come with the voice of reason for Tilted. I don't know if I'm gonna be that voice of reason. So what I'm gonna focus on today is the challenge that we have. One, this happened in Florida. Y'all already know they wilding out in Florida for anything that is non-white. I'm just gonna put it out there. Go run tell that. If it's non-white, it literally is a whole bunch of things that's going on. She was able to enjoy coffee the next morning because of the stand your ground rule. Now we are reminded of the stand your ground rule having to do with George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, and we got some other names to connect with that down in Florida. But there's some things y'all know. Susie May up in here. For those of you who don't know Susie May, you blessed. For those of you who know Susie May, you blessed if you ain't seen her before. But there are rules when it comes to gun ownership, the stand your ground rule, and when you are supposed to use it. So if someone comes on your property and you can see, like literally you have to see them and identify that there is somebody on your property. That's one way that you get that whole defense thing. When it comes to your front door, they have to come in. They have to come in. So if you come in my door, listen, my family don't come to my house uninvited. Because if they come in my door, they're not sure where Susie May is. And Susie May is allowed to do whatever she need to do to protect the Queen Agent, okay? But in this particular case, the challenge is that there may or may not be manipulation of what the actual rules are because of who it is. Now, in my lifetime, I have not seen the stand your ground rule appropriately applied to actually protect the people who they supposed to protect. I have only seen the stand your ground be used as a defense reason for why someone done lost their mind and did something so idiotic. Because if you are threatened and you have a gun on the inside of your house, you also have a telephone, you got a back door maybe, you got another way of escape. This may or may not be the only way that you get out. And even if you feel threatened, the fact that there was history of other incidents between these two families, and we all had it. We got a neighborhood nosy who want to say what they want to say, do what they want to do, want to, and I'm reminded because this is close to home. Joseph already knows we have run up on people's houses, okay? And with good intention. We didn't go there to beat nobody up. We just went to have a conversation about a couple of things, And then for us, when we get out the car, people get nervous because it's like literally a clown car. Like, how many people coming out that car? But it just brought me to mind of parenting today is not what it was, because we have real stories of going to people's homes and saying, this is not what it is. Like, we got the opportunity to have a conversation with somebody without our lives being threatened or having to plan a funeral over a grown woman acting out with some youngins. That's number one. Number two, having the wrong, inappropriate response. I just can't see a reason why I need to shoot somebody through the door. If you on my porch, I'm gonna tell you get off my porch, or I'm calling the cops. Like, that's, to me, that's the way this supposed
Warning.
to. 911. Yeah, I got this lady on my porch. I told her that I said something. So I don't know what was said or what was done. There's a lot of stories that's going on. But at the end of the day, this woman did not deserve to lose her life for loving on her children, for advocating for her children, for wanting to find out, did you put your hands on my child? Family, make sure that y'all following the appropriate cases against this chick here, because ain't no way. Listen, if something happened to me, let me tell you how I am protected. You don't want nothing to happen to me. That's the entire statement. You do not want anything happen to me. So if I leave out this house and something happened, okay, 10 grandchildren gonna ask, where's Mimi? And you better have an answer, okay?
And they finna pull up.
At least 3 out of the 10 children that are connected to me through birth and marriage.
That Melinda gonna be a leader.
Gonna call and be like, all right, somebody, we're gonna have some activism that's coming on. This family is forever changed for no good reason. No good reason. And we gotta be better. I don't care if you black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever your background is. We deserve to live life. Our families deserve for our children to be safe. If you don't like what a child is doing, you got a couple opportunities that you either can talk to the family. You can move. How about that? You can move. You ain't got to kill nobody. I want to see a murder charge. I promise you. I want to see that. Joe, I'm gonna toss this over to you because I could talk all day about this, but I think the biggest thing is you are a parent in today's society. How does this affect how you look to parent your boys and protect your family when these type of things happen?
So a big thing for me is just trying to understand people's state of mind. And so, so I live in Philly. Philly has a gun problem of its own. And I'm not naming no names, but I know the people who is getting the guns and not doing such nice things with the guns. And whenever I'm able to have conversations with anyone connected to that lifestyle, the thing that I'm pulling out of it is always they are in they're in a constant state of fear. And so me trying to understand the situation is because of whatever wherever these people are getting their information from, or whatever they're seeing or being exposed to constantly, they are in a constant state of fear, which makes them want to react in the way that they're reacting. Um, I think that if more people took the time to understand each other, this would happen less. I think that if there was less emphasis on, those people over there are trying to take out you and yours and trying to take what belongs to you, that we would be in a better state as a country. But the biggest thing is, for me, at the end of the day, is um, people need to recognize the humanity in the people affected by the situation
Yes,
before pulling that trigger.
exactly right.
So
Exactly right.
one of the things that happened here in Philly a few weeks ago, there was a 1 year old who was hit by a stray bullet and died as a result. And oftentimes, what happens is all the people are thinking about is their own, not even their own well-being, but their own thought process. They're not thinking about how this will affect other people and the aftermath or anything like that. I just think in what I hope to teach my children is just take a second, just a literal second, to think about how this will affect your future and the future of everyone else in this situation.
That's a
Exactly.
good point. Great point.
Yeah, yeah, because one of the things I was able to read as I was looking at this situation was that her 9-year-old child was standing right beside her,
Right beside her.
and watched her basically be gunned down, and when all she was trying to do was have a conversation. And you made the point that people don't consider the effects and uh, of their own actions and how it will impact the lives of everyone involved in this one situation. I'm thinking about these four children who are now without a mother. I'm any household with young children without a mother. I already know everything's not going to be right. In my field of professionalism, everything that I'm learning and working in the mental health portion of it all is that now we have these four children that we're going to have to monitor, um, for the aftermath of this particular trauma and how it's going to manifest in their lives if they're not offered the proper mental health care, at this juncture and also for the rest of their lives. It, we got to stop and think, people. As you so greatly said, Joe, stop and think, before you get to capping on somebody. That could be someone's only way of getting a meal for the day,
Yeah.
but you just snipe their provider.
Mm.
That could be the only person to someone or one group of people that ever made them believe in themselves. But because in a moment of, emotional triflingness, you decide to snipe that person out. We listen. How do we say her name? Is this a GK Owens?
Yes.
A GK Owens. Yes, I'm saying her name, not only for her, but for her children as well, because they don't ever need to forget the gem they had in the mother, the portal that God used to bring them into this world. And I hope, that after the cameras stop clicking and the mic stop micing and the lawyer stop lawyering and the politics stop politicking, that these children are taken care of for the rest of their lives, because this is pointless. And I hope Miss Entitled with a cup of coffee on the porch the next morning, I hope they got you safely in some type of protection, because the whole world is coming for you right now, sis.
Listen.
And I think I did read that the authorities had come to relocate her to something more protective, because again, her picture, you know how the trolls do it, especially Black Twitter in this day and age. We on it. We stay on fire. We stay lit, especially when it comes to situations like this. So of course, I got to turn this up a little bit, because I do not want to go out on a downturn. All right. Don't want to go out on a downturn, because we got this Reflections of Purpose coming and I'm ready for it. But did y'all know that there are some hotels who have implemented robot room services? Have you seen that anywhere? Is that no? Yeah, well, check it out. Recently we've been hearing so much about robot room service, right? And artificial intelligence being, implemented in so many different areas of our lives. So I'm happening to watch the news and I see a story about, you can order your little food and they send a little to your door with your stuff at the hotel. Yeah, I just made Jetsons theme song. Who knew that we would be living in the Jetsons so fast, so furiously right now? One of the hotels, and this article I was reading today was written in 2016. And here I am, only brought into the mindset that this is actually happening, and it's actually been happening. Robot room service. I don't know. Coming out of the pandemic, I don't know if I would enjoy that much less human to human contact. We're already dealing with self-service at the grocery stores, at the Walmarts, and all over the world. As positions are being eliminated, and those positions are being filled by robots, computers, and artificial intelligence. Not for nothing, y'all know I'll be at the Stop and Shop getting it in a few nights a week, and we actually have a robot porter. Y'all know the little thing that walks through the building. You can program that thing to do so many things, and what he does for us, one of the things he does for us is he scans the floors. And all of a sudden you just hear, hey, cleanup needed on aisle 17. What? How does this? So that basically Marty done took somebody's job. So now I'm saying, you at the hotel, would you rather have someone deliver your food to you personally at your door, or would you rather go to the door, put your key card on it to get your stuff out of some kind of robot box? Talk to me.
The challenge with this is this has been showing up in a couple of places, and so it's in quite a few places right now. So when we thinking about, it's in hospitals, it's on college campuses, it is in the supermarkets. It just depends on where you coming through to see, Rosie the robot. She coming through. And I love the reference to the Jetsons, because honestly, when we watched that on television, that was never a thought that would be our actual everyday. I do think it's a little sad that it might, take away jobs, but I find it hilarious to be like, wait, what? Where we at? What? How we know? And then I go back to my Will Smith iRobot. Like, these things gonna turn on us.
They're gonna turn on us one day. They sure enough are.
But I'm gonna leave it alone. So.
What about you, Joe? You want a robot dog?
Not quite a robot dog. I'm okay with the robot room service, because to me, I'm thinking now I don't have to put the towel on and go on the door and grab it. The robot don't care if he sees me in my drawers.
I can't.
Okay. Hey,
You
but what if the robot is taking pictures of what y'all look like when you come to the door? You don't know how they might have programmed you. Because I was watching Enemy of the State, another Will Smith jam last week, and they could put the camera to get a picture of you, Mister Coach Joe, in your drawers, getting your room service. What you gonna do then?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Then we might have a problem.
See, I'm saying, shout out to your beautiful wife. I'm pretty sure she don't want all her business in the streets. Am I right? That's her business, not the world's. Okay.
Love it. Listen, if we don't have some joy to share, you know we're gonna make sure we get it in as we share some education, we share some information, we even share some activation in different ways. But we sure always gonna make sure that it's some laughter and a good time. That's for sure.
Show enough. But y'all already know what it is. We getting ready to hit the finish line, and you know what it is. Get your knife, your fork, your plate, your chalice for your beverage ready. Pull up to the table and prepare to receive a hearty meal of wisdom nuggets brought to you by our very own in-house master life coach, Karen Sims of Twisted Threads LLC. She's coming at us with yet another reflection of purpose. Help me get my life together, Karen. Take it away.
This is going to be real easy today. Y'all know Reflections of Purpose always come with a title so that it keeps us focused and on task. And today's title is You Are Legacy. You Are Legacy. And I thought it fitting. I usually try to figure out, so what's the word for the day before we get here, but thought it fitted not only because we got one of, and I'm still going to say one of my baby boys, but these grown men, they out here being entire humans and wonderful to most of the people in the world. Now, if you on the list that you ain't see them nice, it ain't my fault.
Joshua.
Listen, it was on you. You did that on your own. But I want to remind us, and I say to you, you are legacy, because you are the absolute person and personification that someone prayed for, that someone wished for. Maybe it's in the form of a spouse, a wife, a husband, significant other. Maybe it's in the form of a child or grandchild. Maybe it is in the form of you being the best co-worker and maybe best entrepreneur that you could be. But here's the reason why you are legacy, because it was destined for you to be in the world for such a time as this. Why is it important? Because in all of the things that we see in the world, there is not another you. There could be, we see on here, it's me, and most people will say, Joe is my twin. We look alike, all of the things. We probably bump heads more because we share some of the same brain cells in certain areas. But here's the thing that's super important. As we talked about music, as we talked about that legacy, that's part of our legacy. Is that music, because they started out listening to words of songs that they ain't even know. Maybe it was Stevie Wonder, maybe it was Shaka Khan, maybe it went up and was Whitney Houston, and to the other times of the day. The importance of understanding that you are legacy also feeds your why. Why is it important for you to be amazing every single day? Why is it important for you never to give up? Listen, we can all have a bad day. We can all have hardships, but we never get to quit. And I know that seems like kind of in your face and down your throat, but here's the reason why. Because y'all know I always say, I'm here for the cake. You are legacy, your greatness, your uniqueness. What you bring into this world has never been here before. You got a mother, you got a father, and they created you. A culmination of everything that this world needed for this time. So whatever that thing is, listen, all of June, we're going to be bringing you different ways that you can share your talents into the earth. And all you need to know is you belong here. The world has been waiting for you. You are the answer to a problem and a solution that some people never even knew that they needed. You are legacy. Build it, grow it, be it, and let's shine. Why? Because I'm here for the cake, y'all. We here for the celebrations every single time. So get out there and be great. Be amazing. Do the things that you need to do so that we can get to celebrating what we've left in the earth. That is our legacy. That's what I got for you today, Tilted. I'm gonna switch it back over to you.
All right, thank you so much. I actually just belched a little bit. You didn't see that, but my belly is oh so full with that reminder that you gave us just now, sis. Thank you again to each of you who've hung out with us on tonight. We are Unhinged Live, sitting alongside my good girlfriend Karen Sims. Y'all already know I'm Tilted Halo, and thank you again, Joe, Coach Joe, for hanging out with us on tonight. Your input is invaluable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know, I'm trying not to release a word, but just try and imagine what I'm speaking and declaring over your life right now in my mind, and put a little bit of it um, out in the atmosphere for you, because I'm such a proud auntie. My heart is about my chest. May you continue to walk in the greatness and everything that God has predestined you to do, as you and your lovely wife continue to parent your seed. I look forward to greatness, continued greatness, from not only you, but from Brianna and from my other great nephews. All right. So thank you again. And for those of you in the audience, you know, I got to give you that just be outro. And tonight I'm just going to encourage you to just be concerned with the business that pays you. And I'm coming at you with that thought, not from a financial standpoint between employer and employee, but I'm coming to you with that thought from the perspective of your checks and balances where your mental health and well-being are concerned. Now, when I say mind the business that pays you, I'm the business of the people who speak into your life, the things that you do and enjoy that bring you pleasure or put a smile on your face. That is the business that pays you. And many of us, I know I'm not the only one who's walked away from an employer whose employment package didn't offer me the benefits and the dividends that my life required. So again, I walked away. So as it relates to your mental health and well-being, go ahead and take some time off the grid if that's what you need to do to make sure that your checks and balances are in place where it concerns your own mental health and well-being. Walk away from that conversation. Leave that rusty, dusty boy or girl alone. Y'all know better. You're worth so much more. If it doesn't benefit you, if it doesn't cause you to dream bigger, if it doesn't encourage you to walk further or climb higher, it is not benefiting you, and it is not issuing you the payment or the payout that you deserve. So tonight, just be concerned with the business that pays you. It is your girl, Tilted Halo, Karen Sims of Twisted Threads, and my sweet nephew, Coach Joe of White Fitness. And we are out. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Lady out.